Hey everyone, welcome back to Catching Up with the Walkers. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hopefully you have a fresh hot cup, don't want to spill this, of coffee to enjoy while you're watching today's Catching Up episode.
I don't know if they can hear that, but I hear a fly buzzing around. And the mic's really sensitive, so if you hear that, that was a fly buzzing around.
Yeah, there's a strong fly presence outside, mainly because we've had a lot of rain. Yeah. We had like 4 days straight of rain, and it seems like once the sun finally comes out, the flies are like, oh, it's warm again, we got to survive, and go everywhere.
And the kids can't just open and close the door, like open it, go out, close the door. Like it's got to stay open for at least 10 seconds.
That's good coffee. This is my Alaska, one of our Alaska cups. Okay, this is
I picked up.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is Cassie's Alaska cup. It's got a wolf on one side, a bear on the other. Alaska is full of wildlife.
Your coffee is way hotter than mine.
I wish we could go back, but guess what? We're on a mission to go to all 50 states in 5 years, and the countdown is on.
That doesn't mean we're going to see every square inch of all 50 states.
No, we'll get to go, and the rule is we either stay the night, we visit a local attraction, or we eat a meal in the state. So that's kind of our ground rules for us to count a state.
You can't just drive in, out, go over here and hit 5 without even doing anything.
More official than that. It's pretty official with Walker Farm Fam. So we are counting, I think, 11 states on our list in about 9 days, 9 or 10 days, coming up in 1 week from today.
Not very far.
Actually, 1 week from yesterday. We'll be on vacation. You excited?
I am. I'm trying not to think about it because I keep stopping myself from packing. I'm like, we still have a lot of time. Don't pack because the kids need the stuff I need to pack.
Yeah, don't pack. But we did get some new swimwear. Mm-hmm. We have
some road trip games. We're only packing like 4 days worth of clothes, and then we'll wash and rewear. That way we don't have so much luggage. And
we do have plans that we're working out for our angels. They will not be going on the trip. I know some of you have been asking that question. They won't be going on the trip for a multitude of reasons, but the number one is they are still working to be reunified with their family, and they have weekly visits, so those are super important.
Also, traveling 6 hours in a car and visiting an amusement park and things isn't really age appropriate, which we talked about this on Walker Farm Fam.
Yeah, so we booked this months ago, and a lot of the things that we did are for kids aged 5 through 10. Yeah. Basically, Ransom being the smallest, so that's kind of how we geared it. So hopefully that answers your question about whether the Angels are going or not. And today, we want to do our part to warn you big time. Like, we need to warn you about the potential impact of grabbing
something that could be in your pantry,
your favorite snack out of your pantry, just going in there, casually grabbing it, making yourself a sandwich, maybe spreading it on some pancakes, and about 3 or 4 hours later, 5 or 6 hours the next day, that's right, folks. We have one of the jars
contaminated. Don't open it.
Contaminated peanut butter. So our number here, the get dead giveaway, 1349425. That's the first 7 digits.
Yeah, and if 425 is in the last 3 of those 7, then you got a bad tub.
So not only did we get our Jif recalled, we had 3 pounds of it recalled.
And we already ate half of it.
And we already ate 3 pounds. And honestly, I'd say me and the kids probably consumed most of that first.
So we had 6 pounds recalled, and we've ate 3 pounds, and we realized it before we opened this one.
This one is like, and we need to throw this away because
we had started on that one.
The instructions are to throw it away. So that's what we're going to do after we
But first we had to talk about it on YouTube.
Yeah, we had to let you guys know.
You guys hear it?
Okay. So we're getting distracted here. But we need to talk about it because it made one person in our house rather ill.
It did. And I shared on Instagram and Facebook that we had one that was recalled, and one of you guys messaged me and said, "Oh my goodness, thanks so much. How did you know that? I guess I've missed this." And so they were going to check theirs.
Yeah. So
I only knew because it was on TV. I happened to see it on TV.
So for all the details, you can go to Jif's website. We actually already put in our numbers and our request
Rebate
to
or
get refunded or new products, and we did that. So we should be getting. They said allow 6 weeks to get something in the mail.
So in the meantime, what are we eating?
Oh man, we're just drinking coffee because that's all we really need anyway. No, we had to switch it up. So I don't know. I know some of you guys are going to say you're team Peter Pan anyway, and Peter Pan creamy peanut butter, crunchy, whatever your flavor is. If you want the less sugar option, Justin's almond butter. Okay, so that's really good too. Those are a couple alternatives of what you can have while you're missing out on your Jif fix.
Or you can just be like me and not eat peanut butter very often. But guess what? I eat it like once a month, and guess who got sick? We were off for a second, but now we're back.
Yeah, we took care of business. Hey, watch it. That has fly guts on it.
No more buzzing around.
Yeah, so that fly, we couldn't move on. We were just
yeah.
We're distracted enough as it is, like just in general. Cassie and I do not need any extra distractions while we're trying to visit with you guys and catch up. So back to the Jif peanut butter and the recall. A lot of you may be wondering, and Cassie can actually speak from experience, what happens if you ingest, is that the right word?
Yeah, but
consume.
But the weird part is others ate it, but maybe, like the kids didn't feel great one day, and maybe that was why I just didn't realize.
I don't know if it was probably wasn't the same night, but one night, and I'm the peanut butter eater in our family.
Yeah, and he also never gets sick.
More so than Cassie, and I hardly ever get sick. Like flu, different things doesn't really impact me.
When we're all got the stomach bug or sick, you just don't feel good, but you're not actively sick.
Yeah, I don't really ever like
upchuck.
I have not. I'm not. All right, where's the wood at? I want to knock on wood right here. I have not ever upchucked since we've been married, have we?
No.
So that's over 10 years.
Yeah.
And I don't want to start today. So I don't get sick, but I ate the peanut butter, and one night I did feel a little bit nauseous, but it wasn't like anything past that. But Cassie, on the other hand, had a sandwich, and I thought she was going, I thought it was the end.
I did not feel good. I won't go into great detail because no one's here for that. But the sharp pain in my stomach was so bad. It hurt so bad. I was glad it wasn't the kids because my stomach hurt bad. And I was sick for, a little bit, and went to bed, and luckily I slept just fine. But when I woke up, as soon as I woke up the next morning, sick again. So luckily it was short-lived. Luckily it wasn't like I was at work and just sick or whatever. I was at home, but the biggest thing was the pain in my stomach was like someone literally had a knife and just ripping my stomach out. I don't know. So, like I said, luckily it wasn't the kids. Luckily it was short-lived, but definitely not eating any more of that peanut butter.
Yeah. So we don't usually eat peanut butter that much, but come snack time, right before bed.
Well, you shouldn't say we. You eat a spoon of peanut butter often before bed.
I like it.
I and the kids, Ranger and Ransom, eat peanut butter and jelly sandwich as a snack. It's never like a meal, but like as a snack or something. I very rarely eat peanut butter and jellies. There was a period of time that I despised peanut butter and jellies, probably because I ate so many growing up. But now, every now and then, when he's making one for the kids, I'm like, hey, make me one. So the kids always get a bedtime snack, and they have 2 or 3 things to choose from. And he was making one of the kids one. So I was like, hey, make me one. I kind of regret that.
Yeah.
But no one else got sick on that time frame, so it's just kind of strange how it works.
Yeah, I think that it affects everybody differently. It said online when I was just researching the effects of it, some people get sick for 4 to 5 days. Some people have almost no impact, even if they consume the same thing. So
yeah, a friend of mine was sick for 2 to 3 days.
So there you go, Jif Peanut Butter. If you have it in your pantry, definitely want to get on the website. Check the date. I think this was made in a Kentucky factory, is what they said.
And if you provide the UPC and stuff, you get a rebate, right?
You get vouchers to buy more peanut butter. Now I don't know when that peanut butter is going to be on the shelves.
For Peter Pan.
Because I had actually went to Walmart the night after we read this, and there was 0 Jif on the shelves.
You might get some in like 2025.
Yeah, that's when I bought that. So there you go. Fair warning. Also, I think they're starting to recall some peanut butter products. So like some chocolate with peanut butter in it. Not Reese's or anything.
I just ate a Butterfinger.
Oh, well, I don't think Butterfinger has Jif in it. But it was some kind of chocolate. So just look it up. If you're eating something with peanut butter, we don't want you guys to get sick because it impacts everybody differently. I was not sick at all. Cassie was sick a good 24 hours. But some people, like I said, are experiencing 4 to 5 days. Can you imagine being sick like you were for 4 to 5 days?
No.
And mind you, this is one of the worst times for anybody to get sick. When you have 5 kids, you don't want anybody getting sick because it takes everybody in full force to take care of business.
Yes.
So there you go. Hopefully you guys can go check your pantry and get it out. So as far as catching up with the walkers, you guys, if you're watching Walker Farm Fam, saw Cassie. No, that was this bit, catching up with walkers. You saw us tagging goats. I'm getting it backwards here. But you saw us tagging the goats, and over on Walker Farm Fam, what did we do last time?
We shared the alpacas.
Yes, alpacas got their haircuts, so they're much cooler now.
And then we made a trip to Walmart.
Yep. So the kids, the angels.
That was the highlights anyway.
Yeah, the angels received some funds.
Painted a bike gold. Sorry, it just keeps coming back.
Oh, you're fine. The angels received some funds from some of our subscribers, and we took them over to Walmart and let them pick out their very own bicycle and ride-on toy that was age appropriate.
Yeah, which some people had said that ride-on toy was way too small for the little boy, but he may be big for his age, but he's not very old. So we got him age appropriate. That's what he wanted. He cannot ride a bike. Even if he tried, he would hurt himself. He is too small.
Yeah.
So.
The age on that is 18 to 36 months, and he is pretty much smack dab in the middle of that.
Yeah.
So he loved the spinning thing on the front and the lights. And I wasn't going to leave that store without it. I'll just tell you that much. But then...
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, and we had got Gary's mom had got the bike at a yard sale, and Ransom fell in love with the comfort of her and how it rode, and he could pop a wheelie, and he just felt real comfortable on it. But he didn't like that it was pink, so Gary and the boys took care of that.
Yeah, we masked it all off, and he picked his very own paint color. He wanted gold of all colors.
So he kept saying on the video that it was his favorite color, and then later when he was outside playing with the angels, he told Gary, what'd he say? He thinks I'm a superstar because of my gold bike. It's like those motocross riders. They have gold motorcycles because they're superstars. So he thinks I'm a superstar.
Yeah, Ransom's just established that he's a superstar level because he has a gold bike, and I would say I'm kind of egging it on because I got him that gold necklace to wear with it. So he was in bicycle heaven, though, to say the least. He's still
riding it, and we lifted the seat up. He insists he wants it down. I lifted the seat up on the Angel's bike, and I guess maybe it wasn't tight enough. It's gradually worked its way down, so I've lifted it up again, but Ransom does not want his seat lifted.
Yeah, so if you see a seat riding low, that's why. So also on as far as catching up with the walkers, what's coming up? We need to haul off some goats this coming weekend, so hopefully we'll be able to share some of that with you guys on getting those goats off and our trip. We are so excited about our big...
Sorry.
Cassie has to yawn at least one time. So we're super excited, though, about our trip coming up. We are going to... Want to give the overview real quick?
Go for it.
So we're going to go start out in St. Louis, try to do the Arch. We're going to go to Louisville, Kentucky. And on the way, we're going to be stopping around Santa Claus, Indiana, I think is the name of that town, to see Abraham Lincoln's...
Say it too loud. The kids don't know.
Oh, yeah. See Abraham Lincoln's log cabin and a special amusement park in that area. And then we're going to be going to the Ark Encounter in Kentucky. Then we're going south through Gatlinburg / Pigeon Forge area. We'll be staying there. And then back down through Macon, Georgia, and down to Destin, Florida. We'll be there a couple days. Coming back up, we're going to go see a special guest. I don't know if we need to tell you who just yet. Did we tell them before?
No.
Okay, should we tell them now?
Go for it.
The Max. So we're going to go see our friends. They came up to Oklahoma for a special event we had up here. So we're going to try to stop by there and say hi to them. I love checking out people's homesteads. I like seeing the way people farm. Videos do not do it justice. Like, everything looks different when you get there in person.
And we're trying to see a few more people, not necessarily YouTubers, but friends or different things, but maybe even some of you guys, but with just trying to stay on task and like we want to go see a certain thing and this is when it's offered and this is the time, so we have to kind of plan around that. So that kind of depends exactly on the extra things we can do.
And I know a lot of people say, well, you're coming through the state, you need to see all of this stuff. Well, we spent 12 days in Alaska.
Yeah.
And we didn't see like a fourth of it.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't even see a fourth of it. It's not possible to cover all the ground. So what we're doing for our family is we're picking the highlight, age-appropriate type stuff.
Within the area of where we'll be.
Yeah, within the area of where we'll be at. And so we'll be doing a lot of stuff that it's really fun for a 5 or 8 or 10-year-old. Cassie and I, if we were going through there, we'd probably do different stuff.
Yeah. But this is just something fun, a goal for us to knock out all 50 states in 5 years. But obviously, after that, we might go back to North Carolina for a specific thing, or fly in to Florida for this or that, or go to
back to Alaska.
Yeah. So this is something fun to do.
Yeah, and it's mainly more than anything. So the trip, the destinations are all great, but the main point of this is the time that we get to spend together. So the time that we have together as a family, while everybody is young and they can enjoy the traveling and we can spend time together, we can have fun, we're not going to be in a big rush. If we want to stop and see something on the side of the road,
if we don't make a state or whatever, like, it's not the end of the world. But this being our goal has made us be intentional, made us have something to do as a family. One of you guys sent us a map where you put stickers every time you knock out a state, and the kids left that. So it's just something to make sure that, because time flies. And so if you don't set a way to spend time with your kids or with your families or whatever, before you know it, 5 years is up and you haven't went and done nothing, and they're out of the house or whatever. So this is kind of, not that we didn't do it before, but this is making us do those things. This
is being intentional. We're being very intentional about what we want to do with our family while they are at home, while they're young, and while they kind of still think Cassie's cool. I mean, I probably will always think Cassie's cool, but I'm guessing someday they won't think you're as cool.
Rangers going into that grade. Like at school, I tell Gary, 4th grade and down, they think I'm still pretty cool. 5th grade and up, not so much. Well, Rangers going into 5th grade, so I'm not as cool as I used to be.
They obviously didn't hear the song I sung for Ransom whenever he was riding his gold bike. Otherwise, they would know that I was cool. They wouldn't have to think it. So here on Catching Up with the Walkers, we always want to spend a little bit of time being thoughtful of prayer requests from you guys, also things that are going on with us.
Yes. We get comments on here, messages on Facebook, Instagram, emails, and one just stuck out to me today. I believe her name was Christine. She she ended up in the hospital and then a nursing home for rehab and things like that. And so she was asking for prayers for strength and healing so that she could get back home and be where she's comfortable and things. So please just be praying for her and her injury. And there's so many of you guys that leave comments or send messages, and please know that we read them, we pray for you, and you are in our prayers. And so it's very encouraging when you guys go down and pray for one another and encourage one another, and it's awesome to see that.
Yes, and always, as we continue through this week, remember prayers for the victims and the families of those that were lost down in Udall, Texas. I'm not for sure the exact name, but
How to say it.
Yeah, such a horrible tragedy, and there it's just senseless when things like that happen. But all we can do at this point is be in prayer for those that lost loved ones and those that are recovering.
Yes.
So thank you so much for taking some time out of your morning or out of your day to sit down and chat with us. We thank you so much for spending the time with our family, for continuing to follow us over at Walker Farm Fam. And reminder, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, I know a lot of you guys still come over to watch, but if you haven't subscribed, if you would hit that subscribe button, it helps us out a lot. So as we go into this Memorial Day weekend, we just want to take a second to remember all of those that laid their lives down for our freedom. And so we can get on YouTube and be silly and say things that we want to say, and know that we have freedom from now on.
Thank you guys so much for watching. We hope you have a great day, a great holiday weekend, and we love you guys, and we'll see you next time.